So you've clicked on another famous dish of ours, sea bream a la plancha, which is cooked on a plancha, very fast, for a nice crispy skin. Served with new potatoes that have turned. They're going to be cooked in with water and butter and some bouquet garni of herbs for flavour. Asparagus, nice green asparagus. And it's going to be served with a dressing of walnut oil, some red wine vinegar, some fresh shallots, vine plum tomatoes, chopped chives, diced shallots and chopped walnuts. So I'm going to take a pot, put your potatoes into, 3 proportion is plenty. That's thyme, bay leaf and tarragon wrapped up in a bit of twine. I'm going to put that inside. A tablespoon of butter. And I'm going to cover them with water. A pinch of salt. And let them simmer away while we make the dressing. So for the dressing, I'm using plum tomatoes that I've already de-seeded and diced. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of the diced tomato into the bowl. About 1 shallot, 1 banana shallot, one like that, very finely diced. 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of tomato. A tablespoon of chopped walnuts. And a tablespoon of chopped chives. Put a pinch of salt in there. And I'm going to add the walnut oil. About 200 ml for all that loads, and about 50 ml of red wine vinegar. It's very sharp red wine vinegar. If you don't have red wine vinegar, you can use white wine vinegar, you could use balsamic vinegar, or you could use lemon juice. The key to it is something sharp to cut through the oil and give it a nice freshness. So just check that for seasoning. And that's the sauce for the sea bream. Black sea bream. You can also use red sea bream. You can use sea bass. You could use John Dory. Any fish really would go very well with this dish. But in the restaurant we use sea bream, dark sea bream, black sea bream. Sorry. So I'm just going to cook it on a plancha. If you don't have a plancha at home, you could use a pan, or you could bake it, or you could bake it in salt, as you wish. Or pan fried is the very same method as pan fried. I'm just using clarified butter instead of oil. Clarified butter gives it a nice shine, and it doesn't burn. It's got a high smoke point because all the salt and the milk has been taken out of it. So season the fish back. You can see my potatoes are ready here. I'm going to take out the herb garni. I'm going to get rid of that excess water. So while the fish is cooking away there, it's going to take about 3 to 4 minutes to cook. I'm going to cook the asparagus in salted boiling water. I've melted butter here, and I've put the potatoes drained into the melted butter. I'm going to put a little mix of chopped fresh herbs. I'm using here tarragon, dill and chervil, and some chives. I'm going to season them, very important. Just gently toss the potatoes in the butter, gives them a nice shine and a nice glaze. You take another pan here. I'm just using clarified butter here. I'm just brushing the pan with clarified butter. It's for the asparagus, just to give them a little shine and a bit of flavour. You can use olive oil as well if you want. So as you can see, the fish is starting to cook. It's crisping up nicely on the skin underneath. The flesh is starting to cook on both sides. That's exactly what I want. I didn't touch the fish. I didn't take a pan. If you have that in the pan, you cook it the very same way. You don't have to touch it at all. Just leave it cooking on its own. And just as you can see, the top part here is starting to get still just a bit raw. Flip your fish over. As you can see, the skin is nice and crispy. And while that's doing that, the asparagus should be just there. draining them off the water into a pot. I already have the clarified butter in there. You could use olive oil if you wish. So the asparagus and the glazed potatoes are ready to go. I'm going to dress the plate. I'm going to dress the plate now. So by the time the fish is ready, we'll be ready. When the fish is cooked, we serve it straight away. This is the tomato and walnut dressing that we made at the beginning, making the dish. Strain off some of that oil. And just let the tomato shallot and walnut fall off the spoon naturally, you know. That's it. Finish. Just going to put a squeeze of just half a lemon juice. You could use half a lemon for two. Squeeze it over the fish like that. This actually helps if your fish is stuck to the pan. The lemon juice can actually help lift it up off the pan, so it won't be stuck. There you go, and that's it. And that's Venue Brasseries fillet of sea bream, cooked a la plancha, glazed herb potatoes, green asparagus, and tomato walnut dressing. For our steak and mash with brandy and green pepper sauce, click here. For our starters, click here. And for our desserts, click here. Click, click, click.